Imagine a town where time stood still. A town called Belvoir, hidden away in a valley, sleeping beneath a blanket of mist. The streets were cobblestone paths, twisting past crooked little houses with windows like sleepy eyes. The air smelled of wood smoke and damp earth. Belvoir had a heartbeat, but it was slow and quiet like a whisper. On the edge of town, nestled between a bakery and a silent bookstore, was a shop. The sign, barely hanging onto the old front, read, "The Clockmaker's Curiosity." The paint was peeling, the letters faded, but there was something about that sign that drew you in. It whispered of secrets, of amazing things hidden behind dusty windows. Not many dared to go inside. The shop had a reputation. People whispered about strange objects and the odd man who lived there, a man who they said could talk to time itself. They called him Elias, the Clockmaker. Stepping inside the shop was like stepping into another world. The air buzzed with a low hum, but you couldn't tell where it came from. Shelves were packed with strange and wonderful things. Clocks of all shapes and sizes ticked at different speeds, their hands moving in mysterious ways. Behind the counter stood Elias. He was tall and thin, and he moved with a strange stillness. His eyes were the color of old silver, and they seemed to see right through you, right through time itself. His hands, delicate as a surgeon's, were always fixing tiny gears or polishing old clock faces. Elias didn't speak much. When he did, his voice was a low murmur, like the sound of pages turning in a very old book. But his words were powerful, full of a wisdom that seemed to stretch far beyond the sleepy little town of Belvoir. This clockmaker, he had a special gift. It wasn't just fixing clocks, though he did that better than anyone. It was the way he made unique instruments, each one a symphony of gears and glass, designed to catch a fleeting moment or whisper a forgotten dream. One grey afternoon, a young woman named Clara found her way to the Clockmaker's Curiosity. She had heard the whispers, but she dismissed them as just stories. But when you're desperate, you'll believe almost anything. Clara was a bundle of nerves. Her words spilled out a rush of regret and longing. She spoke of a mistake, a choice made too quickly, a moment she would give anything to have back. Elias listened patiently, his gaze steady and calm. He had seen countless souls like hers, haunted by the past and wishing for second chances. Time, he knew, was like a river that flowed only forward, but sometimes, just sometimes, it allowed you a peek back. When Clara finished, silence fell upon the shop, broken only by the steady ticking of countless clocks. Elias turned, his hand disappearing into the shadows beneath the counter. When he turned back, he held a watch. It was unlike any Clara had ever seen. Made of polished silver, it seemed to glow with an inner light. The face was a swirling pool of stardust, the hands delicate slivers of moonlight. It hummed softly, a sound that seemed to echo deep within Clara. "This," Elias murmured, his voice barely a whisper above the watch's hum, "is a timekeeper. It offers a glimpse, no more. Use it wisely, for time is a fickle mistress." Clara held the watch tightly, its cool metal a comfort against her trembling fingers. As she fastened it around her wrist, the air shimmered. The hands on the timekeeper spun faster and faster until they were a blur. The shop around her faded, replaced by a familiar garden bathed in the warm glow of a setting sun. Laughter echoed through the air, light and carefree. A younger Clara, her face unmarred by worry, twirled beneath the branches of an ancient oak, her hand clasped in another's. It was a memory, vivid and real. She could almost feel the warmth of the sun on her skin, smell the sweet scent of honeysuckle in the air. For a stolen moment, Clara was back in that time, her heart lighter, her spirit free.